in terms of giving you the best of the education. So you should be happy. You should not feel that that probably you should have we are doing it, that you are put on the right path, right direction, and all the facilities are available. We have a very dynamic Vice Chancellor who is very approachable. You can approach her at any point of time for any of the facilities. And each and every one of us should feel really delighted and happy that we have joined IGDTU. In fact, the Honorable Minister is not there. When he had launched the happiness curriculum in the schools, we would be really glad that IGDTU itself becomes a IGDTU happiness campus. Each one of you should be happy while you are in the campus. For each of the activities which you intend to promote, any kind of thing, any thought process which you have, anything which you have, you could come, share with the faculty. We have a very, very competent faculty, sure that each one of your needs are very well taken care of. So that is one of my advice to you people. So on the front of international affairs, I can again assure you that any kind of support you require from seeking placements, for seeking internships, for seeking any support, we would be glad to offer you on to that. Secondly, I would also like to elaborate on it. Few of you students, there might be some doubts in the mind of the parents and the students that probably we would be aiming for computer science branch. We probably did not get a computer science branch. We were aiming for a mechanical engineering one and we did not get that branch. It is none of that. It's an era of an interdisciplinary approach. So all of us ensure that the mechanical engineering students, the computer science students, worldwide it happens that each one of us collaborates with the other students' branches and it becomes an interdisciplinary approach. With the choice-based credit system launched in the IGDTU, I think you have a great opportunity to do wonders in life. Go back to the history when Madame Curie, whom we all remember as the woman person who got the first Nobel Prize in the scientific discipline, she had 2 Nobel Prizes. And believe me, she had 2 Nobel Prizes in the cross disciplines, one in chemistry and one in physics. How can you achieve Nobel Prize in physics and chemistry without science being interdisciplinary? So internationally and in IGDTU, we are really focusing on an interdisciplinary approach and go back, see to the system that you people, whichever branch you have been allotted, would be having great opportunities worldwide. Start thinking about the new technologies which will be there in 2025, 2030 and start focusing now, smart cities, e-vehicles, anything and name it anything. A Hyperloop being created, Pune-Mumbai highway, 23 minutes, Pune-Bombay you will be there. So think about what technologies would be there and that is how you would be shaping up your careers, you would be happy and we will offer you all the opportunities to do well in your 4-year period and a 3-year period. Specifically the students of BBA, they are sitting out there. 3 years is the first time that we have launched and we would be glad to support you in each and every aspect of it. BBA implies the management, putting up of the principles of management into the practical use. You can take the help from the students who are also doing engineering in amalgamation of management and technology. That is the key. Subsequently, when you interact with the seniors, you will find a lot of engineers becoming and doing MBA courses. The intention is technology put to the best of the management users. So I think parents, if you are out there, be happy that your daughters are in a very safe environment, in an excellent atmosphere, wherein the faculty headed by the Vice Chancellor is extremely supportive that you become the best in the world. Think about it and really let us make, probably you all would have watched Super 30. In fact, generally I do speak about the latest movies which come across. So Super 30 will be one of the motivating factors where it can be an inspirational and an aspirational thought process. Probably the super batch of 600 odd students which we have, let this become Super 600 and let us see to it that we become the best in the world when we graduate out in 2023, 2022. Thank you very much.
Head of the Department, Computer Sciences and Engineering and Dean Student Welfare to provide a glimpse of student-related activities to the gathering. Please, ma'am. Good morning, everybody. Honorable dear students and their parents. First of all, I congratulate all the new admissions who have cracked the very tough competitions of JEE and have got the admission into a prestigious institute like us. I thank their parents also for maintaining a very academic environment at home, which made the students to develop of this academic quality. It's my proud privilege to welcome you all as Dean Student Welfare. Actually, it is the student welfare activities which gives you a relaxation from much boring academics of the university. The academics of a professional level institute is very tough, I can say, and very demanding. And sometimes, whenever you are disturbed with the toughness of the academics, it is the activities of the student welfare office which gives you much relaxation, and I can say that it is equivalent to the happiness curriculum which is introduced by the Honorable Minister at the school level. So the activities of student welfare office ranges from all type of activities regarding cultural, and soon after independence of India in 1948, Justice Ramakrishna Committee recommended the establishment of a student welfare office in all higher academic institutions to reduce the disparity between the citizens of India prevailing that time at a social level, at an economic level, at a language level. The India is a country is of vast diversity. So we have so much of differences at the urban-rural level, then the caste level, then many more differences. And the student welfare office was, the need was felt and recommended to be established to reduce all these socio-economic differences, be it a language difference, be it a financial difference. Later on also the UGC on an academic system re-emphasized the establishment of student welfare office in all higher educational systems to organize the activities which are in a more instrumental for reducing these all type of differences. So on the lines of that, the student welfare office of IGTTUW also is committed to provide the activities which falls on the same lines. So we have the different clubs and societies. Madam has already told you about many of the activities. So we will be having a continuous, I will not go into detail of everything now. We have a continuous range of activities, be it from the different activities which is a one-day self-organization type activities, hackathon type activities which are academic in nature, literary societies which provides the students mentoring in different academic or literary aspects. Then we have a cultural event of say to bloom their talent of the cultural dimension of singing, drama, dramatic, then blood donations. I request all the students to identify their taste and be active participants of at least 2 to 3 activities that will develop their team spirit, which is now in a working of the corporate sector or maybe in the later part of life, will be very much useful as a person. So once you have come to the professional environment, try developing your personality by reducing your shortcomings and the thought process of the negative dimension, and just be positive. Join some groups or regarding some activities and enjoy the stay and maybe nurture your extra talent which is more than academic in nature. So with these words, one more thing I want to say that the government is now much emphasizing on the aspects of the women's safety. On the lines of that, we have lot of activities regarding women's safety, regarding self-defense workshop, organization of this, and making the student aware that how to work in a professional environment with male colleagues at the same time keeping in mind the aspects of women's safety. So we will have the schedule of this self-defense workshop, the activities of student welfare on the university website. I request all the new admitted students to keep checking the websites regularly and participate in the activities. So with these two students of CSE department, BTech CSE and MTech CSE, I would like to inform that there will be a department level orientation on 5th August at 11 o'clock in room number E212 EE block. There we will discuss more about the department level activities. Please do come and join that also. So with these words, I again request all the students to be participative in whichever talent they have other than academics. And I thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Anita Dey for providing a very dynamic leadership. And I wish all the students a great success, stay in life and good success in life. Thank you.
Of student welfare activities. I now call on stage Dr. Jasdeep Kaur Dhanua, Associate Professor Electronics and Communication Engineering and Training and Placement in charge, to provide an overview of Training and Placement Cell.
Students, parents, I shall give you a very brief overview of the activities of Training and Placement Department. Some ends call for great beginnings. With the culmination of another academic year, many LGBTQ students have found their new footings. The Training and Placement Cell beams with pride, announcing that the placement season 2018-19 witnessed about 379 offers, out of which 253 are full-time offers and about 126 are summer internships backed by our students. Some of the leading names of computer science industry like Microsoft, Intuit, Uber, Goldman Sachs, Walmart, Salesforce, Synopsys, American Express. Students, the list is exhaustive. All these firms have hand-picked many of our students. While the highest annual package offered in the season have been 41.6 lakh CTC, that is the cost of the company, the average annual package offered has increased from 6 lakh in the previous year to 10.3 lakh in the year 18-19. The placement season saw more than 36% of the full-time annual offers being about 10 lakhs. Around 85% and even more students have participated in the placement activities, have been offered jobs in the campus. Also, the internship package, as was mentioned by the Vice Chancellor, has been the highest of 80,000 per month given by Goldman Sachs. This is nothing short of a commendable jump as far as pre-placement offers are concerned. The current placement season 2019-20 is going on. It started at a very high note with new leading companies being added to our list. Some of them are Google, LinkedIn, Udaan, Flipkart, Baxter, and many more. Firms like Uber, who came to visit us last year, this year they are coming for internship offers for a package of worth 1.6 lakh per month. The applause are not limited to the students of computer science, information technology, and electronics students, but they also extend to those from mechanical and automation branch of our university. The NE girls are getting job offers from very prestigious and renowned companies like Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, Honda Cars, Eaton, Nestle, just to name a few. And the highest annual package over here offered is worth 11.3 lakhs CTC, that is cost to the company, and about 54 full-time offers have been backed by the students so far. They too saw many internships being offered during 18-19 season. Further, regarding the B architecture student, the first batch of BR has successfully completed internships in leading architectural consultancy firms across India like NBCC, Intact, Tata Consulting Engineers Limited, CP Kukureja Architects, and many more. Thus, it is seen that there has been an exponential growth, and the current placement statistics serve as a testament to the same. We hope that this trend continues throughout the placement season and companies continue to recreate the ever-increasing confidence in IGBTQ. The journey from putting in efforts to tasting the sweet fruit of our endeavors would have been incomplete had it not been for the vision, constant backing and support of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who personally takes interest in ensuring that the company requirements are fulfilled and they have a memorable experience in the campus. Also, the registrar, the faculty and staff, along with the PNP coordinators, have all contributed, and without the support, the mere idea of embarking on this adventure would not have been possible. With good wishes for our students who make us hold our heads high, we once again thank all those who accompanied us on our journey. Let these be my parting words to all of those who have embarked on their career paths or are about to, and welcome to those ones who are joining us on the journey today. There are miles to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Ranu Gadi, Associate Professor, Department of Applied Sciences and Humanities, Deputy Dean, Industrial Research and Development, and Chief Warden Hostels to kindly provide an insight about IGDTUW hostels and research and development in the campus. Please, ma'am.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, Shri S.S. Gilji, Director Training and Technical Education, Vice Chancellor Madam, Registrar Sir, respected deans, my fellow colleagues, parents and dear students, a very good morning to all of you. It is my proud privilege to introduce the hostel life to our new students. The university hostels provide a safe, secure and clean environment for the students to grow, learn and mature in the society, giving them a home away from home. We have 2 hostels on campus to accommodate 400 students. The rooms in the hostels are on twin or triple sharing basis, equipped with basic furniture like beds, chairs, racks, built-in cupboards and study tables. The hostels provide high-speed Wi-Fi facility, TV in the common room. Then we have washing machines, refrigerators, induction heaters, microwave ovens, etc. in the common areas. There is an indoor table tennis and badminton court in the hostel premises, and then we have a fitness center equipped with latest gymming equipment and yoga cum meditation room for the students in the hostel. The hostel authorities always try to provide an environment for the holistic development of the students on campus. So various events are organized in the hostel on various occasions throughout the year. All the major festivals, including the national festivals, are celebrated with great zeal. We also have a hostel week every year in which various sports and cultural activities are organized and the students enthusiastically participate in all these events. So this was a brief about the hostel life. Now I would like to apprise you all regarding the industrial research and development activities in our university. The faculty members and students have a passionate commitment to maintain high standards of excellence in research. The faculty members are actively pursuing research in their respective fields of interest by undertaking various R&D projects funded by external governmental agencies like Department of Science and Technology, MHRD, Nokia, Intel, Microsoft, MIT, DITE, to name a few. I am delighted to share that our university is one of the 6 universities in India to receive a prestigious research grant that is named as Consolidation of University Research for Innovation and Excellence in Women Universities, which is popularly known as Curie Grant, from Department of Science and Technology, worth rupees 4.3 crores. And this will all be utilized to develop state-of-the-art laboratories for your students. I also wish to share that we are an official collaborator in an Indo-UK research program run by Government of India, that is atmospheric pollution and human health in the Indian megacity Delhi. Under this program, we have established research collaborations with many prestigious institutions of the UK, to name a few: Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, Edinburgh, and University of Birmingham. And we are looking forward to more such collaborations. I would also like to inform you that one of our students is presently at University of Birmingham and pursuing her research internship there. So to conclude with, I wish all my students, the new entrants, a very happy and a pleasant stay on campus. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for such inspiring words. Alumni are our assets and flag bearer of value and education imparted by our university. We would now like to invite on stage our alumni to share their experience and views on IGTTUW. I would like to call on stage Navya, Department of IT, passed out in 2018, to share her views.
A very good afternoon, Director DPE Sri SSK, Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Amita Dey, Registrar Professor Arpit, all the deans, all the faculty members, parents and my friends who will be joining IGDTU, my second home, where I created a million memories. Either work hard for